What's up, everybody? It's your favorite explanations, favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Fanstoys Rig, otherwise known as Huffer. And the reason why I say explanation is because there's a couple things I gotta explain. For one, I got this from the toy guy. He got it to me ASAP. Link or email address to him if you're looking for one, or for future releases is in the description. Hit him up, tell him Skully sent you. He's a good dude. Secondly, I have a sit-down Saturday coming this Saturday, where in the beginning of it, I talk about a video that I planned on putting out today. But I put this one out, I'm moving that other one to Monday. So when you hear about it on Saturday, expect it on Monday. But that being said, we're gonna talk about this guy. I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get right into it, but in order to do so, we got to start with accessories. He comes with one alternate screaming face. It's decoed the same way as the other, which we will talk about when we get to the figure, but it's just another option. Typical kind of Fanstoys approach these days, honestly, a second face. He comes with two of these guns. They are not identical. This one has the little hose bit in there and the different shape, and this one is more rectangular, but they seem to be based off of each other, at least in design. Nice sculpt work, nice paint work, nothing to complain about here. And he holds them just fine with a tab that goes into the back of the hand. He also comes with more of the longer rifle. The other one came, the back one came with it as well. We have two hinges that will collapse. Actually, I think this one needs to go in first. And otherwise, just decent sculpt work. He will hold it, but I'm having a hard time getting him to hold it quite well. And as you can see, it's even damaging this. It's like a little lip here on the gun, and it should kind of just slide right into the back of his hand there. But it's doing a number on me, as you can tell. Now, these weapons can fold up and make this super uber ultra mega weapon. And plug in to the back here using this little notch system on top of the orange pieces there, if you want that look. Not for me, but cool that there's a way to include it all. So let's talk about the figure. And I think transformation-wise, the only thing that had to be fixed right out of the box was his waist. It was turned around 180 degrees, and then I turned it 180 degrees, and I think that's it. I'll tell you that, like, the proportions on this guy bug me. It's cartoon accurate, so I get the decision for it. I'm just not a fan of it aesthetically. Paint-wise, gorgeous. Capital G. My baby. Hold on one second. Hello? Hello? She's at school. She's got this little like phone watch now. She's not supposed to be calling people. It's from school. So I'll sort that out when she gets home. It's painted from head to toe. The orange is painted. This like lighter blue is painted. The more purple color is painted. The silver is painted. The face is painted. The eyes are painted. This is what I expect from Fanstoys. This level of presence. All right. Head sculpt, we'll zoom in on it a bit. Looks good to me. The head itself is on a hinge swivel. Old school, but I like it. You get the left and right. You get a little bit up due to the box here. You get a little bit down. Waist swivel, no ab crunch. For the shoulders, you get out to less than 90 degrees. I wonder if that does anything. Maybe a little bit more, you can kind of freak it. You get the swivel around that's ratcheted, oddly enough. And then you get another limitation is trying to move it back. You can't move it back because the hinge for it is here. So it only works vertically. It doesn't work outwardly. So you're stuck there too, which kind of sucks. Bicep swivel, single hinged elbow that gets you 90 degrees. Wrist swivel, fingers on a base pen knuckle. I'm sure you can hear all the squeaks and squawks. A little tightly put together. But deco's still beautiful. Articulation, little limited so far. We talked about the waist already. Let's go to the hips. We have hip skirts. Unfortunately, it's one piece here. But side units open up a little bit, get you out to there. So not the full Van Damme, but more than you probably ever need. Forward and back, little limited in the back, but I think once again, more than you'd ever need. Ratcheted, forward and back, tensioned out to the side, thigh swivel. Ratcheted knee, gets you a little bit more than 90 degrees. On a single hinge, no ankle tilt up, no ankle tilt down, but you do get the full rocker. And there he is from the back. So very clean, You know, it's unfortunately is what you'd expect from Fanstoys when they do what they're doing these days, but doing it right. So the sculpt is there, the paint is there, the articulation is lacking. And that's about it. Let's do some size comparisons. Size comparison wise, there he is with a Masterpiece car to give you some sort of idea how he scales with the kind of general Takara standard. And of course, what most people want to see, him with the back cube. So the size is pretty comparable. He's a little bit taller, but obviously more tune accurate, and expect a versus next Saturday. All right, let's get him transformed. So spin the waist 180 and then spin the feet 180 backwards. So the feet are in the right place, but the legs are in the wrong place. Then we're gonna unlock the legs just to kind of condense this a bit. We're gonna come back and finish this off later. And let's see, we're going to unlock this chest piece here and here. Bring the arms down. Let's see, we can get this backpack out of the way also. Maybe that will help. I'm not sure that it will. There. Arms down. And then we can spin the head, and we're going to open this chest piece out that has the tires on it, and the tires are going to flip up and over, tab in, and then they're all going to come down, and this peg is going to go into there, and these two pegs are going to go into the back of the thighs. And I'm gonna finagle this until I get it, but it's giving me some issues right now. You just gotta make sure that the thighs are lined up properly, like as an example, and I'm not gonna show all of this, but as you can see, this thigh is slightly at an angle this way instead of sitting straight. I just have to fix that. Once I fix that, like even that one's not quite right, but you can see that the female and the male tab up. So I'll go ahead and work on this, and when I get it fixed, we'll continue. All right, open up this flap, and this whole section has to like come out. Ugh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Made me a little nervous because it feels like a lot of thinner pieces of plastic that you kind of have to grab onto. You can go ahead and extend all this. Let me open this up a taste. Peel that back. You can rotate these tires out just a taste so that you can collapse that panel, only to maneuver the tires all the way around to then sit on the outside properly. So then once you have that squared away, then this, you got to get this piece back out, the piece that you push down in order to get the tires through. Push that back out, and then we're going to collapse all of this down until it's in the right spot. And we're looking to get these pegs into these holes, I believe. So I just have to make sure that I've done all of this appropriately. And you had to make sure that, see, that's the thing. These squares here on the orange have to come inside of the armpit of the arms. So that's the only way that you can get it to kind of clear, to collapse, and then that will kind of sit in its proper channels. Then the flap that we pushed through to get the tires out, you want to connect there. And then this flap comes down, tabs into the back here, and then this piece comes down and sits over top of the back, kind of finishing it all off aesthetically. This piece here is for the Prime trailer, the Takara, the newest Prime trailer. I don't have it, so I've seen pictures. I assume it works properly. Fold these panels out from the side and up on both sides. And this thing basically turns inside out. So open up your windows here, here, the grill, this piece comes down. I think this piece comes down. And these turn inside out. Then we have our Fanstoys moment of truth where it all kind of has to come together. This purple tab there needs to come through there. And then this comes down, and these tabs here go there. There's slots here for these tabs, and then these tabs go inside of the front. And I'm just going to try and finagle it. To me, the front ones are the most challenging because there's nothing to prevent it. I hate when this is the engineering on things, when there's nothing to prevent it from falling through. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then we'll lock in. These are the easiest once everything else is in place. Unless you have it all misaligned like I do. But there. And then the last step is the arms. We gotta get these silver bits up. And they're tight. They're kind of tight to get up, so just finagle them until they start working. And then your arms. So maneuver this shoulder mount here so that slides underneath. And then when this comes around, this has to fit a particular way. Let me see if I can figure it out. There. So thumbs to the back. Same here. Move this little shoulder nub. And collapse the hand. Rotate it in. Thumb to the back. And then this piece comes down. I'll clean it up. We'll take a look at it. So there it is. Rolls like a champ. This is irritating to me. Like, the side windows here are painted and that's translucent. Like, they should have just painted it all. You know what I mean? I understand why they'd had to make the choice to paint this side, but, you know, then they could have just gone ahead and done that side. Paint still comes through beautifully. Rubber tires, chrome hubcaps, which I love. We have the blue translucent down here at the bottom, the silver grille. Little simple deco up here, but I know what they're trying to do. And the same goes for the back. But yeah, I mean, pretty effective. Like some voodoo transformation, you know, but not the worst transformation in the world. Like, relatively smooth for how involved it is. And of course, there it is with Tiger Tracks. I don't have the trailer, but we know it works, right? It's just a gimmick and it works fine, I imagine. Final thoughts wise, let's start with the negatives. My biggest negative here, unfortunately, objectively, articulation. Something that I've been kind of harping on Fanstoys for a while now. This one's no exception. Single hinged elbow, limited shoulders, both up and out. And when I say up, I don't mean forward. Single hinged knee, no ankle tilt up, no ankle tilt down. They're just really getting left in the dust here in regard to kind of the current competition and articulation. And that's my biggest objective criticism. Subjectively, it is super tuned. I know that's what people want. I know they're trying to match the car. I get it. It's just not the coolest looking design to me in the world, but at least this one's decoed so beautifully that life still comes through in it, which was my big issue with Acoustic Wave. Which brings us to the positives. This thing is old school Fanstoys paint. Top to bottom, fully painted, metallic paint, breathtakingly beautiful, with a flippin' great head sculpt. And you see what I had to do there to try to edit myself. Skullface for the kids. This is old school Fanstoys here. This is them back in their bag, back in their pocket. Strong way to start out the new year. Great materials, great build, great deco, limited articulation, which I'd like to see fixed, with beautiful paint and a good sculpt, especially given what they were trying to do. So a strong recommend from me. The third Huffer I've bought. I'm officially done. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.